Hey folks, Tim Newman with Soft Light Studios bringing you yet again another daily assignment. This assignment for August 20th, 2019. Our assignment today is titled Pickled, and this assignment is likely to get you in a pickle, or pickled, or at least eating a pickle. Late summer is the time of year that gardens start yielding their crops, and industrious folks everywhere are trying to make those fresh flavors last. Get your pickle pictures today. By the way, say that 3 times really, really fast. I just want to see how it turns out. All right, let's take a look at some sample images. Hey, imagine this. It's pickles. As a kid, I remember late summer being up late at night while the parents were pickling out in the kitchen. The whole house had that dill pickle smell, and I loved that. And then I loved eating those pickles all year long. I like this picture right here, kind of that middle field focus, taking us to that pickle jar. Kind of a creative use of just throwing the ingredients in the jar so you can see the kind of before and after shot here in the raw products. Now, I'm not sure if they're using any of those currant berries in the pickle. That would be an interesting flavor. But I do like this shot, especially the managed color theme here. And I know why the currant berries are there. It's a contrasting color. Works really, really well. Next sample image here, some pickled tomatoes. This scene has been very carefully set up. You see all the raw ingredients being displayed in the scene. The color set is managed really, really well. Here we've got the greens here as our complementary color again, and careful attention has been paid to staging the image and managing the lighting in it. So I really like this picture a lot. Let's take a look at some of the elements of design that matter to us here. Lines are important in these pictures. They draw the viewer's eye into the picture and move them around through the scene. And then obviously the shape of the produce matters here. It's identifiable as a cucumber or a tomato or what have you. It makes a lot of sense. And then of course, color is important here too. Nobody wants a lime green pickle. All right, let's take a look at some more sample images. Here is another picture, different point of view, changing the perspective on it, looking down on it, but you can see that the lines and shapes are still in the scene. Rule of thirds has been applied here, and the color set's been very carefully managed. I think this is a pretty good overhead shot of all of the things that are involved in the pickling process. In our next sample image, we've got a lot of pickled products here lined up on the shelf. This is a store image, but that's perfectly fine. No reason why you can't go to the store and shoot pickles. Not everybody has to have pickles in their home. I don't require that. But there you can see lots and lots of different pickled products, pickled eggs and pickled asparagus, and you name it, it's all in that picture. It's really, really cool. I love the color set here. I love the use of the middle field focus in this and the really narrow depth of field that we got going on here. One last sample image. Listen. Here in the United States, we don't pickle the way everybody does around the rest of the world. Here is a picture of a pickling project happening in India. And the pickling spices there are different than ours, but it's really, really cool. I think that the colors here are super vibrant. They really bring the picture together. The point of view, that kind of a little bit off the table angle and that minimal depth of field, I think really solidifies this scene here. Let's take a look at our rules of composition. Rule of thirds, we saw that in just about every picture that was in our samples here. It really helps to anchor the scene in the frame. Perspective matters here, whether we're looking top down or we've got that little off the table angle. I think you can really reflect back on the sample pictures and see how perspective and point of view mattered in all those shots. And last but not least, color theory here. Work those complementary colors where you can. It really solidifies the stylistic approach of the image. Let's take a look at our export specifications. If you are going to export your image for consideration in our monthly image critique, please follow the guidelines that you see here on this slide. Here is an example of a file name for today's date in our naming standard. If none of this makes any sense to you, please review the Update 01 video, for which there is a link in the description below. Right next to that link, you'll find the upload link where you can upload this image and not have to type all those characters that you see here on this slide. Speaking of links, don't forget that subscribe button. It's a link too. You should try it, just in case you don't believe me. All right, get out there, eat some pickles, find some pickles, shoot some pickles, and remember, while you're playing with all these pickles, learning equals skills, practice equals mastery. We'll see you out there.